what's happening. Practicing what I preach once again. I'm shirtless, in public, walking through the neighborhood, with a microphone clipped to my necklace right here. Just to show you have free will. You can do what you want. Don't let anyone else stop you. If you let someone else and what you think they might think about you stop you from what you're doing, they kind of won. Why are you going to let them have that victory? I'd rather see you be out there hard-headed and arrogant. I respect it more when I see someone, even if I don't even agree with what the hell they're saying or what they're on. I respect people that are like arrogant. People like West Side Gun, like Pimp C, because I can see where that energy comes from. When you got something that people want, where you're good at what you do, you're going to incur a lot of people that are mad for literally no reason. I'm not saying I'm in that boat. I've just seen it from the past, from observing famous people and whatnot. It takes a certain type of hardness, because I've noticed a lot of people will throw things at people literally for the sake of trying to knock them off of like their square, which is dumb, but it happens. A lot of times people throw negativity for no reason other than the fact that it might take you off of your trajectory or make you think a certain type of way. It's meaningless. Regardless though, same thing, practicing what I preach. I got a microphone on, and there's probably people watching me shirtless right now with this thing clipped to my necklace. And I'm speaking rather loudly, enunciating myself, so I don't care. But, see, I'm waving at people and I'm talking to my phone. But I started this one kind of to talk about, weirdly enough, League of Legends and video games. I need something to put up here on this YouTube channel, and I already like this more than the Insta stuff I'm making, because I can actually just be a real person and speak candidly, instead of trying to have to view everything I do through the lens of how is this going to keep someone's attention, how is this going to get a like, how is this going to get a comment. Stupid. At the end of the day, what I care about the absolute most in regards to this fitness and health game is the lifestyle itself. To me, it's about lifestyle. It's not about a bodybuilding thing. It's not all about physique. It's not looking a certain type of way. A while ago, I kind of realized that what this whole thing means to me and what I'm trying to get across on this Instagram and whatnot. I'm going to delete the TikTok. Stupid platform. I don't like it. It doesn't vibe with what I'm doing, so I'm probably just going to get rid of it so I don't have to spend time uploading on it. But part of the thing I'm trying to get across here is that it's a lifestyle thing. I found a means by which to stay pretty fit, decently lean, with some muscle and whatnot for years without friction. Keyword, without friction. The bottom line is that I think I found a way to actually live super healthy and not have it be torture, and be able to do it sustainably for years, and I kind of proved it so far. This is 6 years in, and I'm loving it, and I only want to go harder each and every single day. But yeah, to that end, it's not so black and white. You can't. Fitness isn't just, I can't do this, I can't eat that. I've seen so many people do the whole I'm only going to eat chicken, rice, and broccoli thing. That causes you to burn out. People quit playing their favorite little video games and whatnot. That's going to cause you to burn out. It's like you can't throw your whole life on its head for no reason and expect everything to be sustainable and keep going. That's not how it works. You got to accumulate small little victories over time. Then you slowly get better and better at doing the things you set out to improve on, until they become baseline excellence that you can maintain for time. And what I mean by a baseline excellence is that your human brain is pretty damn lazy, in all honesty. The human brain really wants things to be easy, and it doesn't want to do stuff that's hard. It doesn't want to spend energy, doesn't want to expend calories and all that. So to that end, I've kind of found that it's a good idea to get so good at things and to practice stuff to the point where your baseline excellence is just greatness. If you're so practiced, so consistent at something that your default is just great, it doesn't take energy. It doesn't take like worry. For example, a prime example of what I'm talking about is watch cooks cut onions and shit. Seen a chef cut an onion, cut a piece of garlic? How they do it in a second. They don't even have to have their eyes open. it's doing it over and over and over. And your human brain, it wants to get better at stuff because it's like at first, if you've never done it before, you try to mince a piece of garlic. It's kind of like, damn, this is taking dissatisfyingly long and it's kind of annoying. All I want is some garlic on my food right now, and I'm like about to cut my fingertips off and stuff. But you watch them cooks, them chefs do it. They can cut like 4 onions in the time it takes you to cut half of one, or multiple bulbs of garlic, because they've done it so many times that their brain doesn't want to continue to spend energy thinking about it and having it be hard. So your brain adapts and you get mad good at it. And then you move on to the next thing. And then you start to chip away at the next thing, improve at that. And then after a few months and years, when you put your whole game together, you're unstoppable. There's a reason why, you know, same thing, chef example. You see some of these guys that are really good and really about it, they're kind of in general older. You don't see very many super respected, highly skilled chefs that are really young, because in order to take all the skills they've learned and put them together in a manner that's greater than the sum of its parts, it takes genuine practice. It takes time. It takes thinking about your discipline. And I just realized, I said a few minutes ago, I started this thing to talk about some games, and I just got completely sidetracked. But that's kind of why I already like this format of just recording stuff on YouTube, because it's less structured and it's a lot more human. I can already feel that. Like, I feel like I'm getting who I am across a hell of a lot easier right now than these Instagram posts do. But I already forgot what the hell I was just talking about, but I'm going to go back to what I said I was going to talk about, because I haven't covered it before on the Insta and stuff. But I'm like, I find it really weird. I used to play League of Legends like 16 hours a day. Used to be the only thing I wanted to do was play video games, and for several years in a row it was literally just League of Legends only. I can't prove it. I don't have my old account. It got permanently banned because I was toxic and whatnot, but I ended up peaking in Diamond 3 in about 2016, and I can't exactly accurately tell you what that's equivalent to nowadays because the whole game has changed and the rankings are different, but I'm willing to say that I was genuinely good. At that point in time, that was like 2 tiers away from Challenger as far as the ranking system goes. I don't know how much of a big difference it was in MMR and all that, I'm sorry, but used to be the literal only thing I did with my life. And it's all I cared about. And the weird part is that I low-key miss it. I got so many people saying you're doing good, you know, don't slow down with all the fitness stuff and whatnot. And I think maybe it just boils down to like a childish want to go back to having no responsibilities in life. That's probably like actually what it really boils down to. But I find it funny that I spent all this time talking about improving your mental health, getting fit and all that, all this lifestyle stuff, and every day I straight up just sit there and I reminisce about when I used to be chubbier, fatter, unhealthy, only playing League of Legends like 16 hours a day, and I find that funny. Doing all this grind, all this stuff that everyone praises you for, this so-called right way to live, and I'm like, every day I'm just like, I want to go back to playing Caitlyn and Jhin games all day, every day. That's what life was about. It's odd. I don't know where that comes from. But yeah, I think it really is just my brain, you know, thinking about how you had nothing to do back then and you could just go to bed at 5 in the morning, doesn't matter. Don't care about anything about nutrition and all. That's probably what it is, but I find that funny. This is entirely unstructured, and if anyone is watching this, I apologize, because this is literally like the 3rd video I've recorded. Part of the reason I'm doing it is to literally get better at it. It'll get more concise, my speech will be clearer, my word choice will get better, less stuff like sniffling, probably a better format than just walking around with my phone in my hand. But you gotta be seen trying. As I said earlier, this is me practicing what I preach. You can do whatever you want, and if I see you doing what you want and on top of your game doing stuff you love, I'm only going to support you. Anyone who has something bad to say, or anything judgmental, your friends, your family, or randoms about you and the stuff that you care about, it's not to be listened to. Most people are too afraid to get up and try anything at all. So when they see you doing it and you know them personally, it might hit a certain nerve of like, damn, I never got the balls to get up and do that, but I just saw someone I knew did, and now it kind of bothers me because I still am too afraid to do it, and they're doing it in front of my eyeballs right now and getting positivity for it. It's not that scary. It's not that scary.